This is not New Zealand or Iceland or the Netherlands.
This is Norway, and it's the one country you need to add to your bucket list.
We are Sumner and Allie, the world traveling couple with a mission to visit the 50 most beautiful and underrated countries on planet Earth.
Now, you've likely heard about the beauty of Norway. Its massive fjords, quaint cities, and wild, untamed nature.
You probably also heard it's one of the most expensive countries in the world. So we needed to know, is Norway worth it?
To find out, we rented a car and spent 7 days exploring this breathtaking country.
And trust us, you have to watch this to find out why Norway needs to be on your bucket list.
So join us on this epic adventure and welcome to country number 41.
Welcome to Norway! And specifically to the village, or I guess city, of Ålesund.
Yeah.
We just got done traveling so long from Cincinnati, Ohio. It's basically Cincinnati,
JFK,
New York to London, London to Copenhagen, and Copenhagen here, finally in Norway. As you can see, we already got our rental car and drove a little bit less than 20 minutes from the airport to our Airbnb here that we're right outside of. Hi.
Hi.
Very nice. Yeah, the locals have been super nice, as you can see.
Yeah, we just met with our Airbnb host. Super nice as well. He taught us how to say Tusen takk.
Tusen takk.
Tusen takk. Ålesund. Ålesund.
Runde. Not to give too much away.
Yeah, and how to say thanks, which is takk.
Takk.
So that's our Norwegian vocabulary, but we're super excited.
Yeah, because even already from the plane, as you're coming in,
Yeah.
you can see so many fjords and mountains. Driving here from the airport's been beautiful. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Ushuaia, Argentina. Actually, reminds me a lot of that with a cross with like Finland.
It's a mix.
If you mix that southern part of Argentina with Finland, that's just kind of the first impressions here so far. And as you probably are already thinking in your mind, yes, Norway is expensive.
Yes.
So we're gonna show you what $170 per night gets you in Norway, so let's go check it out.
First things first, we take our shoes off, which we love.
Yes.
Yeah, we see a sign here, part of the culture.
Yeah, we asked the host, and he said, oh yeah, very common in Norway to take shoes off. And I'm like, yes, that's how I was raised. And now you were kind of raised similar.
Exactly, yeah.
But most countries don't, but it just helps keep Airbnbs clean because, like, you know, we live out of Airbnbs. So it's so nice to have like clean floors.
Yeah. So here's an overview of the living space. Super spacious. Very, very nice. There's 2 bedrooms here. This is the first bedroom with 2 twin beds. Nice living area, the dining table. Second room here, really nice.
Yeah, and check out the views here that we have of kind of this little bay.
Yeah.
As you can see all the mountains and stuff. This is crazy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, super chill.
Over here we have the bathroom.
We're gonna be spending a lot of time here.
A lot of time in here. They have a laundry as well. Then the kitchen. And our hosts were so nice. They had some food for us.
Some little buns with instructions.
Yeah. Butter.
This is super nice.
Yeah, look at this. They made a little platter.
How sweet is that?
Oh yeah.
So far, the little bit we've had with Norwegian, so far, great experience. And for how expensive Norway is, honestly, I'm really impressed by the spaciousness of this.
Yes.
Obviously, just us two. But if you had a bigger group, that'd be somewhat affordable so far, but we'll see as the trip goes on.
Yeah, so we're tired from all the traveling.
And stinky.
Yeah, we're tired and stinky. So we're going to take a shower, get some food, and rest because tomorrow we have a huge day.
Yeah, specifically, we're gonna try to see one of the most rare, unique, and interesting animals on the planet. Something that's been on my bucket list since I was like 6 years old. And I hope you're excited too, so.
Let's go.
All right, we are on our way to Runde Island, and it's basically the whole reason that we started here in this part of Norway, specifically to see puffins, because it's the last week of puffin season here on the island, and this is the part of Norway where we have the best chances of seeing the most puffins. So excited. Literally was talking to my mom about this before we left out of Cincinnati, and she was saying, reminded me that since I was a kid, I've always wanted to see puffins, which is totally true. And I hope you're excited as well. So we're on our way now. Should get there. It's about, what, 2.5 hours, or I think a couple hours outside of Ålesund.
Yes.
And yeah, we're basically gonna go meet up with a tour to kind of go hiking and learn a little bit more about the island and the area.
It's literally the last day that they're offering this tour.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully we make it. Hopefully we see some puffins. Let's go. Hi, great to meet you. Johannes?
Yeah, I'm Johannes.
Very good.
Welcome.
Great, so we just met with our guide, very excited. We'll get the rest of the group and then we'll head out.
So before we go on the tour to actually see puffins, they offer this dinner, typical Norwegian fish soup. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing, smells amazing.
Bread.
Yeah, and some typical bread as well, which is so dense and heavy. Like, I'm really excited to try this.
Der er veldig lite
Oh my gosh, so good. So creamy.
korte filmsnutter af et lunde,
Love it. I'm gonna try with the
som
bread
har
now.
på dun, men der er ikke mye dun på den.
I love this bread. So good. Let's go. All right, officially starting our hike. Let's go see some puffins. No, this footage is not backwards. This is just the best way to climb up.
Yeah, it's so much easier this way. And there's a bunch of gnats
Yeah.
or like ant flies or mosquitoes like everywhere. So it's helpful to go this way,
Yeah,
basically, except
but look at that view too.
stunning. All right, so we're now here at the very top of the island, surrounded by gnats, which is apparently the worst it's ever been, like any day, and of course tourists, because apparently in the bird watching community, this is a huge spot. And it's about 9 p.m., but it's actually really early for the puffins, because the puffins like to go out at night to get the food. And what's crazy, if you can kind of see right below us, there's apparently like different kind of puffin nests. Oh my gosh, these bugs. This video is sponsored by Daquez Citronella for all of your mosquito needs. Anyway, there's a nest of puffins right under our feet. So anyway, from now till 10, they should be starting to come out, and apparently they're starting to swarm on the water and maybe means they're gonna fly up. So hopefully very soon we're gonna finally see some puffins. Oh my gosh. Look, right here. Oh my gosh. Look, right there.
There's right there. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad we got to see them.
Yeah, it was like, so basically starting at about 8:30 when we got up to the top of the mountain, they started swarming like in the distance.
Yeah.
And they started getting closer and closer and closer. Up until the end, like how far away? It was like I don't know how many meters away.
Maybe 10?
Yeah, it was not that far at all.
Yeah.
But apparently, so again, we're at the end of the season. Last week, one puffin came up like a meter away. So I'm like,
I
dang.
know.
I was really hoping to get closer and have more golden light.
Yeah.
Because the sun hasn't set, even though it looks super dark.
Yeah.
It's like, the sun sets like 10:20 here in August.
Yeah.
In this part of Norway, which is crazy. But it obviously, you see, it started raining, which got rid of the bugs, which was nice.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad. They're beautiful
they're
animals.
So cute. So if you do want to see more, and most likely more up close, come a little bit earlier in July.
July, that's the
for
best
sure.
month.
Yeah, we
But-
caught the end of the season, but I'm so glad. Checked off our bucket list.
For sure. And I have to say, this island so far, I mean, we've only just started in Norway.
Yeah.
It's stunningly, look,
Yeah.
look, if you just kind of like pan, stunningly
beautiful. Oh my gosh, the little cottages everywhere, the rolling kind of green rocky hills.
Yes.
Wow, this is stunning, seriously.
Another thing I would say too is that we came with a tour, and we're gonna leave that link below, but you don't have to. You can definitely come on your own. You just need to hike up. But I'm gonna say I'm really glad we came with the tour because our guide was wonderful. We learned so much about them. He knew the best spots.
Exactly. He was scouting for us of like, first we started on one side, he's like, okay, there's a chance it might come up really close. They're not here yet? Okay, no, come over here.
Yes.
And like he was able to find the best spot for us. And like I said, especially with, I mean, if you bring binoculars, oh my gosh, you'll easily be able to see them.
He had binoculars for us, which was amazing. They were like so real, so perfectly close when you used
clear,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but even with the naked eye, you can see them like right there.
Yes.
Wow.
So
oh, it's crazy.
definitely worth it, but we're gonna rest up because there's so much more adventure to come. So let's go. And we're back in the car.
Yeah, so if you didn't already know, Norway is a massive country, especially when we started doing our research. Huge north to south.
Yeah,
so if you want to see some of these beautiful sights, you'll likely need to get in a car and drive for a few hours. And obviously we're back. We're driving about 2.5 hours outside of Ålesund to what's arguably, or we've been told, is not just the most beautiful road in all of Norway, but the most beautiful piece of road on the entire planet. Sorry, I have to keep looking at the road because I'm like, don't want to crash. So we're gonna go check it out and let you know. It's called, what is it? It's
the Atlantic Ocean Road. And yeah, we're gonna see if it's worth the 2.5 hour drive from Ålesund, but we're excited. The scenery is amazing.
Honestly, don't mind the driving because, exactly. It's been literally one of the top most beautiful countries out of over 40 that we've been to.
And we just got here.
And we just got started. That's what's crazy about it. It is so beautiful.
All right, so we made it, and and we're eating. But first things first, the views are very, very beautiful, but I would say that it's not really worth getting out of your way to come here.
Because we have a drone, and from the drone point of view, which you probably see if you like Google images of it, it looks like that. It's beautiful because there's like all these, you know, the road connected to multiple islands like this archipelago. It's gorgeous. And we can kind of show them the view now. This is beautiful, but is it worth a 2.5 hour drive? No. So unless it's like on your way, we were just talking, I don't think it's worth it, honestly. It's nice, but like 2.5 hour drive just for this, if I don't have a drone, absolutely not. I would not do it.
I wouldn't do it.
But it is nice, and it is a beautiful drive.
Yes, and if you were wondering like we were, if there's any place to walk or sit, right before the big part of the road, although like actually this road goes over 8 kilometers, like the actual Atlantic Ocean Road, but the most iconic part is the very beginning that you see that first bridge. So there's a place for you to park before and after, and you can get out. People are fishing. I saw some people kayaking.
Yeah.
There's a little trail. So that's really nice, but again, only if it's on your way. But we're enjoying our time right now. We made this makeshift picnic because obviously because we didn't know how many restaurants were going to be around.
There actually is a restaurant like right behind us.
Yeah.
It looks like a wall. It's like a restaurant inside of a wall. Like,
yeah,
with
like
the
a little
bathroom and
cafe.
stuff. Yeah, just a small cafe, but we didn't know. And another thing that's surprising, I should say, so we expected, because obviously there's so much road here in Norway, it's such a massive country like we said, we thought it'd be way less sparsely populated. Like there's parts of the United States, beautiful parts of the United States in the West, there's like nobody for miles and miles and miles and miles.
Yeah.
But here it's like, everywhere's a little bit populated. You know
Plenty of houses.
There's houses everywhere.
Yeah.
At least from where we've been so far, even in what seems like some more remote places we've been driving through, which is nice, right? So you're not like stranded in the middle of nowhere.
So we weren't sure if there's gonna be a place to eat or anything, so we packed some food, and also it would save us money because yeah, like restaurants here, you can.
I think our brunch yesterday, or one brunch that we had, cost like what, $90?
$90?
Well, we had a lot. We had leftovers too.
I would
It'd
say
be about $60 US.
About $60 US for 2 people. Regular amount of food. It's not like a bunch of food. So we got some groceries, and so far so good. The food tastes amazing. The views are beautiful, but we're gonna go back to Ålesund.
And tomorrow morning, we're getting on another flight to Norway's most beautiful city to really experience more of Norwegian culture. So let's go.
After a quick 1-hour flight, we have arrived in Bergen. At least that's where we think we are, because right outside the airport, there's a huge sign that says Bergen ? So hopefully we're in the right place, but we got to our Airbnb. Sumner's already at his default spot watching his TikToks, but I'm gonna show you around. So right off the entrance, we have the bathroom. Pretty clean and modern sort of features everywhere. We've got laundry, so everything you need. Then we have 2 bedrooms. This is the first one, main bedroom. And I'm pretty sure our Airbnb host lives here. Either that, or we've got some free shirts. That's the window view. We've got a full big mirror, which is actually not what we get very often. Then to the side here, we have the second bedroom. It's pretty small, but you can definitely pull that out and 2 more people can sleep here. Then we have the main living space, super spacious couch. Is it comfortable, Sami? Yeah. Big TV. We have this open kitchen here. As I said, everything like pretty modern and clean. Loving the vibe. And we have this area here, kind of like balcony, but enclosed space with seating area and the view to the city. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so excited to explore. And this Airbnb costs $140 per night, which is actually pretty affordable.
Yeah, no, the prices for accommodations in Norway specifically have been very surprising in a good way.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna be at least for something like this, 200, 250 or more.
You
USD
can definitely
per night.
find plenty on that price.
Oh, for sure. But also the spaciousness. Like, for some reason, I was thinking urban spaces in Scandinavian countries, and maybe this is true more in like Sweden or some parts of East Europe, I'm not really sure, but that it'd be super tight and cramped.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Like, so I would expect like more expensive and like, I don't know, a 1/4 or 1/5 of the space here, but a lot of the Norwegian houses we've seen too, just in the countryside, are big houses.
Yeah.
Like the same size, like American size houses, which are known for being big, which really kind of surprised me. But so far, gas though has been very expensive. It's like $80, $80 US for half a tank.
Yeah.
And then something else, food has been good, but pretty pricey from what we've kind of noticed as well. And we're gonna see a little bit more tomorrow as well when we try some really traditional cultural food here in Norway, which we're excited for.
Yeah, but for now, we're gonna unpack, relax,
Chill
and then, chill out, and then get ready to explore Bergen tomorrow. Welcome to Bergen, the second largest and most beautiful city in Norway. We are so excited to spend a day exploring the city, starting here in Bergen, the historic harbor district with this postal card view.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes, and we are gonna be sampling some typical Norwegian cuisine and maybe even ending the day with a fun Norwegian activity. So excited, let's go!
Something we love about Norway and Europe in general is if you notice this middle building here is under construction, and that's actually a piece of fabric that goes over it to maintain the aesthetic. And if we look over to our right, there's another building over here, kind of falling down a little bit, but really nice to kind of maintain that cultural, architectural similarity, and something you don't really see in the US. And it looks like they're having a local seafood market here right by the pier.
With some other like typical dishes, I think, as well.
Yeah, it smells really interesting and looks really interesting too from what we've seen so far. So we're gonna kind of sample some things here, which is perfect timing because I'm starving.
Yeah.
Yeah, check this out, look. Whale sausage. All right, so this is the whale?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're trying whale sausage. I don't even want to ask how this is made
Well, that's
because I feel like it's a very,
Just scared to
yeah, I don't want to ask.
Okay.
it actually.
It's good, it tastes like pork sausage.
Yeah, I know.
Similar.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It is.
taste like seafood?
Yeah, no, it tastes
No.
more like a salami or something.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, like salami.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually really good. And this one is
Moose.
moose.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me see.
See, it's darker. We only have one. This is the whale, the moose. Actually. All right, the moose. Oh wow, very gamey. Like bison? That's the most similar, kind of tastes like bison. This one, reindeer.
Yeah.
Reindeer, remember in Finland? First time trying reindeer, so let's see how it compares. I like that better than the moose. It tastes like deer, like
Yeah.
venison in the United States. So personally, I like reindeer, but it's crazy the whale tastes just like pork. That's just crazy to me. What is this, Lane?
This is whale meat. First time trying. Okay, here you go. I thought it was like actually steak and marinated in something, I think. I don't know.
Whale blood.
It is a mix of seafood with meat, the taste. And the texture too. Pretty good. Pretty good, but I wouldn't put it on a sushi.
So if your joints are feeling a little bit off, we have Norwegian shark cartilage. And if that doesn't work, we also have Arctic sea oil.
And if that doesn't
And if that doesn't work, we have Norwegian wild blueberry.
Oh my gosh, look at this one. It's like a Cheeto or something. I've never seen this before.
Oh, look at that, look. And you can actually say this is actually a Portuguese inspired.
Yeah.
This fish, even though it's dead, might outlive me. 40 years. Oh my gosh, look at the size of these crabs. It's more like holy crab. Biggest I've ever seen.
This is the single thing every Norwegian has been telling us we need to try. It is a waffle with brunost.
It's like brown cheese.
Yeah, brown cheese from goat cheese and some strawberry jam. Apparently this is very typical for Norwegians to eat, so let's see if it's good.
It's big.
It is, yeah.
Mukbang.
Hold on. I didn't get any of the cheese. Take two. Does not taste like cheese at all. Very sweet. Now it's mixing a little bit with the strawberry jam, but it's kind of like dulce de leche. A little bit like caramelized a little bit. Very good. And I'm sure very healthy.
And just 10-minute drive outside of Bergen, we arrive at one of the most iconic and beautiful buildings only really found here in Norway, and that is the Stave churches. So this church specifically, we'll have the specific name below. It was built around 1200.
And
so
it looks so new
I know,
from the
it's
outside.
very well kept. As you can see, it almost looks like a Viking ship that they turned into a church.
Never
it is
seen
so
anything
cool,
like this
so
before.
unique. Oh my gosh, seriously, it is absolutely stunning. Actually, in a way, now that I think of it, it kind of reminds me of like a like a Balinese or Thai temple.
Yeah,
a Buddhist temple.
It looks
like,
a little bit Asian with the points.
Yeah, with like the points at the ends.
Yeah.
So beautiful and unique. And honestly, the outside's really cool, but we want to go ahead and check out the inside, so let's go.
Oh wow, look at this. Everything made of wood on the inside. So you also feel like you're on a ship with everything being so narrow and all the trellises and columns. So cool.
And to end our day here in Bergen, we're doing a very uniquely Scandinavian activity, which is the sauna. But this is not any ordinary sauna. Check this out. Okay, so first of all, the saunas are literally floating on the water in the bay, which is really neat. They have a little ladder there so you can actually jump in, as well as a top deck that I'm really excited to try. And they don't just float. You can literally pay to have them captain them out and go sail around the harbor. It's more expensive, so we decided not to do that. You can see kind of beautiful views, and the inside just changing area here. Got a couple waters. And then we actually have the sauna room in here. You can see it's actually wood fired over here. There's a couple people in there now, so I don't want to, because it's not a private sauna, so just keep that in mind. But really beautiful, beautiful views. Super excited to jump in. All right, here we go. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. That's noticeably hot. All right, sauna was getting hot, a little bit of a headache, so I'm gonna cool off by doing the polar plunge, jumping off here on the top deck, so wish me luck. Oh.
All right.
Oh my God, the water is cold. Oh. For August, man, that's some cold water. I feel alive. That feels great. Whoa.
Good job.
Salty, super salty.
On our way to our next adventure on this amazing road trip, and look at this. This is the kind of things that you can see just on the side of the road, which is mind-blowing.
Yeah, literally never been in a country with so many waterfalls.
Yeah.
So easily accessible. This is one of like so many we passed by just on our road trip here in Norway. But like we said before, such a beautiful country.
Yeah, this is not a wasted road trip. You're gonna get the most amazing views on the way, guaranteed. Good morning.
Allie and I are about 3.5 hours outside of Bergen, embarking on about a 3 to 3.5 hour hike to what supposedly is the most iconic and beautiful point in all of Norway and one of the most beautiful spots in the world.
Yes.
So we're super excited. The name of this hike, or the place we're going, is called Trolltunga.
Can you guess what that means? It means troll's tongue.
You'll see why it's called Troll's Tongue here in a second. But yeah, we started the hike. It was raining a bit earlier, and the forecast says there's about a 90% chance of rain. So we're really hoping that it stays not rainy. Obviously you can see that it's cloudy, which apparently is fairly common here.
And also this hike could actually be much, much longer. Like it could be up to 12 hours, if not longer, if you just go really slow. But what we did is, so we're staying just outside of the town of Oda in a hotel. So we drove to parking lot number 2. You have 3 options for parking lots.
And each one's closer to the top point.
Yes.
And a lot of people go to parking lot number 1, which is like the cheapest. and then hike all the way up. Some people do number 2, some people do number 3.
Yeah.
We did number 2 because number 3 was full.
Oh yeah, number 3, you need to book way in
Oh,
advance.
here's the rain.
Oh yeah, but yeah, number 2, it was pretty expensive. It was like almost $80.
$80 US.
And then we took a shuttle from P2 to P3, which is higher, which saved us so much time in hiking.
Yeah, it's like this whole winding road all the way up.
Yeah, and it was about $14 per person for that shuttle, which you also need to book in
Yeah,
advance.
because after our experience in Guatemala, like, if you remember that hike,
the
the most
volcano.
intense hike of our lives,
Yeah.
which we realized later that we could have done basically the same thing, like taking a horse
Or a car.
up to like most or a good chunk of the way and then hike from there. That's
Yeah.
all. That's what we're gonna do from now on.
Yeah.
I don't care about hiking on a road, you know, like
Yeah, but anyways, it is starting to rain, but we're excited.
super excited. Yeah, this
Yes.
has been on our bucket list for a long time.
Yes.
It's been on people's computer wallpapers for a long time. So should be a lot of fun.
Let's go. We are a little bit over halfway through the hike, and actually so far the hike has been pretty moderate, not difficult at all, just a few parts where it gets steeper. The worst part has definitely been the rain. Obviously right now it let up a little bit, so I'm able to film, but I mean, not only it's tiring that we have to like keep covering, protecting the equipment, but we're also soaked. So I'm freezing just a little bit, but I gotta say, as soon as you pass the halfway point, the scenery starts to become absolutely beautiful. In the beginning, it's a lot of rocks and you see the mountains, but oh my gosh, look at this. This is getting me so excited. I definitely think that end point is gonna be worth it. I think we made it.
Okay, it's actually pretty cool.
Gosh, this place is breathtaking. I'm so
Wow.
glad we made it. It took us about 4.5 hours to get here.
But that's also because we tend to make a lot more stops to
Yes.
film, more than the average person. Most people, yeah, it was like 3.5 hours for most people. Bro, people are booking it. Like even as we were
know.
hiking, people kept passing us,
And
passing
I
us,
still
passing
don't
us.
understand why people do the whole hike from all the way from the bottom. Like it's just not for us.
No,
This
for
was
sure.
enough, but we are so thankful. The rain let up. We even have some sunshine. We can
Oh yeah,
see.
it was raining, cloudy almost the entire time,
Yeah.
even up until like an hour ago from filming this.
Yeah.
Like to where I would like literally had a shirt drenched in water that I wrung out like a rag.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Windy, rainy,
Cold.
cold. Gosh, darn it. It's like the worst.
Yeah.
Everyone's like cowering by rocks,
We were,
like
like,
shivering.
shaking. Oh,
It's
yeah.
like so much warmer, sunny now. So thank God that happened. But I was almost like debating on whether this was even worth coming.
Yes, but it was. It is.
Yeah, as in, even if it was still rainy or whatever, it would be. But especially now, 100%.
Yes.
It's
If it's
wow.
a nice,
It's crazy.
Yeah, if the weather is nice, it's a no-brainer because it's not that strain. There's some strain and like a little bit steep, as I mentioned before, but it is a great hike with great
not that bad.
views. And oh my gosh, so glad we made it.
Now, so far, this trip has obviously been beautiful, but apparently there's a part of Norway that's a bit more remote that Norwegians say is the most beautiful. And that's what we're going to explore next. So let's go. Welcome to the Arctic Circle of Norway, specifically the Lofoten Island, because throughout our trip so far by tourists and locals alike have been telling us that the Lofoten area in the northern part of Norway is the most beautiful.
Yes.
So obviously we wanted to travel and explore this area, and we're gonna be heading out to possibly the most beautiful point of the most beautiful part of Norway, exactly. And also show you a part of the Arctic Circle that you probably wouldn't expect. So I hope you're excited for this last leg of our adventure. Let's go. Look at how narrow some of these roads get. This one's actually not the most narrow.
One of the cars needs to stop for the other one to go.
Yeah.
We literally want to keep stopping all the time because these are the most beautiful views I've ever seen during a road trip. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. Look at this. Welcome to Reine, the most infamous fishing village in Norway, if not the world.
Yeah.
And that's for a reason, because this place is so picturesque. The traditional little Norway houses, the beautiful mountains behind, the crystal clear water. It is, wow. I've never seen anything like this.
The air is so clean.
Oh yeah.
I'm in shock by how warm it is here in the Arctic Circle. It is August, which is supposed to be one of the warmer months, but it is very, I'm almost, yeah, Allie's already out of her jacket. I'm about to take mine off because it is hotter than I expected.
I know, because we're the most north, even like it's the perfect weather, even better than southern where we were before.
Now this looks beautiful, but check out this view.
And what better way to end this day than with a beautiful hike by the ocean. We're here in Haukland Beach, about to start on our hike to get the most beautiful view in the island. And as you can see, winter jackets are off. Oh, yeah. Because it is hot. The weather said it was gonna be like
65 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
It feels like 85.
Yes,
I did not know it gets this hot in the Arctic Circle. It's shocking.
In mid-August. We thought we were late in the game, but it's hot. It's a beautiful sunny day. So excited to get to the top, so let's check it out. Look what we found on the way. The entire trail is filled with beautiful sheep. It's so cute. They're a little bit skittish though.
Oh my gosh, almost there.
It's so beautiful.
Crystal clear water. It looks like something from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
This video is brought to you by Snickers. Not really, because they haven't paid us, but they should. Snickers.com.
Okay, this hike has been 100% worth it. It was only about an hour, even less, to get to the final point, which is absolutely stunning. And as usual with Norway, all along the way, not just here at the top, but this is the most beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful scene we've seen yet. But you can let us know in the comments what you think has been the most beautiful here in Norway. Now that water looks beautiful, but let's see how it feels. It's cold, but it's not bad. Not nearly as cold as I thought. Look at that. It's so clean.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It looks like bottled water. Like I'm in a Dasani bottle, and the sand is like actual sand, not like gravel. You know, like in Croatia or some other places, like rocky beaches, which is really nice. This is awesome. I think this is my favorite part of Norway. And now I can officially say that I've swam in the Arctic. Norway.
What a trip. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we went.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're no longer in Norway.
Yeah. This is not Norway. This is a little taste of our next adventure in Slovenia. But yeah, kind of final thoughts.
Final thoughts on Norway, 100% worth it if you can afford it, because it is expensive.
Yeah.
But wow, in terms of nature, I mean, there's nothing like it. And I will say that I really wish that we had more time in Lofoten, because that was by far my favorite part of Norway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I really wish we could have spent more time there. There's so much to do, lots of activities, and it's such a chill vibe that you want to take your time exploring everything. So, wow.
Yeah, definitely. So it was about as expensive as we thought, which was a bit pricey, especially with like accommodations, gas, food, all of that. Food, Norwegian food itself, way better than I expected. I expected, you know, I don't know, not to like knock this, apologies to our British fans, but like British food, you know, like authentic British food, not really my cup of tea, wink. But Norwegian food was surprisingly good. And of course, you know, if you want to get, let's say Korean, Mexican food, whatever, in Norway,
You get
also,
as well.
yeah, really good. And yeah, the hotels, Airbnbs, way more spacious than expected. So those were a few things that were surprising. I
Yeah.
think the Norwegians were more friendly than I expected as well.
Yeah, that's true.
It was above minus the expensive. That was the only part that wasn't above expectation or below. But really everything else for me was above expectation.
It was really great. And then the roads were great, with the exception of sometimes being quite narrow and
Exactly.
a little bit nerve-wracking on that, but like really great quality, like great things to stop on the way. I think I've mentioned this before. I definitely want to go back. Maybe do like an RV type of trip. It'll be a different type of trip for sure.
If you're into RV, Norway's a place for you. I
Yeah.
mean, Norway, the United States, maybe Canada are like the top 3 countries for you. Seriously, those are wow. But anyway, just kind of reminiscing on our time in Norway. What a wonderful time, and hope that you enjoyed it, because we loved having you along the adventure, and hope to have you join us in Slovenia, because this has been surprising to say the least.
Yes.
And would love to see you along. So yeah, hope you found this valuable. If you have questions, of course, comment those below. We'll try to get back to everybody that we can. And yeah, hope to see you on the next one. So thanks again. Loved having you, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.